Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to it. This is Saturday Night Live. This is Buffalo Bando, and we're just a few moments away from going to our top 16 double elimination. My name is Joe Scully, your host and guide here into our championship drone race tonight. And with me is Kelly Stanley. What's going on, man? You good?
I am good. Having a blast, actually. This has been a lot of fun this weekend.
We're excited to have you here as we go. We are now live on the internet. We're getting into our top 16. We're about 2 minutes away from going green with heat number 1. And, of course, let's set the stage. We had a field of 55 different pilots from all across North America, as far away as Texas, as far east as Massachusetts. We'll go on the West Coast, Colorado. Got some Californians. We got all kinds of local heroes here from Michigan and New York. Even Canada represented in a big way. And that field of 55 narrowed down to our top 32. Now, if you're with us earlier this afternoon, we had our top 16 in our intermediate bracket battle. What'd you think about that race this afternoon?
Good racing from everybody. I actually talked to Sidewinder this morning. And all of the guys that he was hanging with last night, and I believe the statement that was made was he forfeits this morning, and turns out it's a good thing that he didn't forfeit because he turned around the win pretty quick. But, watching those guys, it's insane to think that class is actually intermediate just because of how fast they are. So it's really exciting to get to see, what this pro class is going to bring, just as exciting as that last race was.
Yeah, we have really an outstanding field that we're going to introduce you to here right now. Let's take a quick little look here. The preliminary round, this is MultiGP drone racing. This is double elimination bracket racing. This is what MultiGP is known for right here as we take a quick look at our field from the top to the bottom. Qualifying in the number 16 spot was Sky. We're going to see him in race number 4 along with our top qualifier, Captain Vanover. And that huge roster, not entirely accurate on the left-hand side with our field, but we're going to see bottom to top, 16th Sky, Has2 14 and 15th, Spools in 14th, Viking FPV 13th, Beast Mode in 12th, of course from DRL fame, Detroit Multi-Rotor City, Roscoe FPV. Then you go to your top 10, Seth FPV, G-Yoon, Ethan FPV, Massachusetts man, Johnny Fly from just east of us as well, Thrash, and then we go to our top 5, K-Me, JT FPV, top 3, Bull FPV, Nurk, and Captain Vanover in that bracket. As we look to bracket number 4, that's where your top qualifier is, Captain Vanover. When you seed, we spend all this time, and they had 8 rounds of qualifying. That is really important to be in the best bracket. You want to be the highest seed because you're with the lowest seeds, and it's going to make your journey a little bit better to where we award our championship. So many prizes in that final 4. I'm about ready. Are you, Kelly?
I am definitely ready. This is, these guys are so fast. It's definitely exciting to get all this prepped up. Looks like they're all on the line.
Yeah, buddy, they are set. This is heat number 1. Roscoe FPV, Bull FPV, Spools, and Thrash. Heat number 1 getting set to go green. This is your Pro Class Championship. Buffalo Bando, presented by ReadyMadeRC, the Academy of Model Aeronautics. Many great partners as well. Now, we saw that track earlier. This is fun. We're going to pick up, I'm going to say your highest seed on this one, probably Bull FPV, 3rd overall for track description. We're about ready to launch. You see him spooling up. They are armed on the line, waiting that tone. There's the go tone. Bull FPV going to start us off with that whole shot gate through the stone hedge and up to our dive gate up high. It's a star gate as we go under the crane.
Get stuck. Hit the gate there.
Now we go up and over the laundry line, the clothesline. Now we got that series of gates, low side, high side, over our split S gate. And this is kind of like a big figure 8. There's Emax. That's 1 lap done for Bull FPV. That was a fast one right there. Full throttle wide open, 24.9. Thrash running second as we have a battle for the 3-4, Spools and Roscoe. Boom! 3 more to go. This is going to be a 4-lap battle.
Definitely. Guys are cooking. A couple of them pretty close. Looks like Roscoe and Spools still kind of close together there. Roscoe falling back just a little bit. Spools coming back through that round section there, about to go around and back through the overhang. I think he's on his last lap here, coming down through the dive gate. Roscoe just back a little bit. Bull FPV, looks like he's coming through. That may be his third lap there. Yeah, 22nd lap, looking pretty good for Bull. That is fast. As these guys make it through the course, the more that they fly this thing, the faster it's all gonna get. Looks like Spools finished up his second lap. Roscoe on his third lap now. Bull, I believe,
there's your first winner, Bull FPV.
Yep, 126. Roscoe on 3, Thrash on 3. Looks like Thrash is a little bit ahead. That's second place for Thrash. Way to go, brother. Looks like we've got a Spools. He is on his third lap. Roscoe coming through. He's going to take third place on this one. Boom. 152. Spool's going to bring it in. Coming through that last gate before the finish line. Looked like he is down and out. So we got 3 finishers and 1 down.
That's it in all. Now let's take a look at our bracket as we take a look at there. So Spools was the 14th overall seed in that one. I will correct that left-hand column. It's all good. But Bull and Thrash grabbing first and second, and that is going to move them to race number 6. Meanwhile, we're going to go third with Roscoe, fourth with Spools. That's going to move them to race number 5, starting things off in that consolation bracket. And the way this works, winner's bracket, loser's bracket, you want to be first or second moving up that ladder. Top 2 move on. Bottom 2 move down, and it really comes down to that strategy. You only need to win when it comes to that final 4, isn't that right?
That is right, yes. And these are the important races. First and second moving on, that makes it a lot easier for your afternoon. But in the same breath, it also makes it harder because you have other winners that are moving into your bracket as well. So it makes it nice for guys that may make a mistake halfway through for the lower bracket. That way it gives them additional chance to make it back up and possibly win if they did have a good seed.
Definitely got to love it. Today's broadcast brought to you by ReadyMadeRC, the leaders in all things FPV and beyond. And you're a Team RMRC pilot. You're already rocking the Strix shades, of course.
Yeah.
You always got it made in the shade, the ReadyMadeRC.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been filling up carts left, right, and center. I think I was Mr. May with all my parts at ReadyMadeRC. I love their fast shipping, even north of the line to Canada. They've been my friends since the very beginning. They got everything FPV. You want to start out, they got the beginner gear. They're ready to flies, as it were. And if you're a pro pilot like I want to be, they got all the part support to keep you alive and drone racing. And of course, these Strix shades as well. Thank you to Kevin and our team.
Out. Yeah, Kevin is the man there at ReadyMadeRC. He definitely puts a lot of things together, and this has been an awesome experience for me. I camped out in the parking lot and have been having a great time.
We got our next heat loaded up here. Let's introduce him to you. So you got Haas 214 top left, qualifying 15th overall. Seth FPV top right, qualifying 10th overall. Johnny Fly in the bottom left, qualifying 7th overall. And my co-commentator in the first round, bottom right, Mr. DRL himself. That's Nurk, the bottom right, about to go green. This is race number 2, preliminary round. So we got winners and losers at the end of this. Top 2 move up, bottom 2 move down.
Yep, this should be a good race.
So our field's just getting set out in our flight line. Heat number 2 for you, getting set to go green. You know, great video outside on the Bando here at Riverworks, a 5,000 square foot entertainment facility with zip lines inside and outside. You got a great view on those 4 FPV or first person view cameras of those zip lines. You could take a ride on tonight. They're armed, about to go green. Awaiting the tone. There's a go tone. We're going to go first with Seth FPV through that Emax gate, and then Stonehenge. Seth FPV and Haas 214 almost side by side through that start dive gate around the crane. Again, in our pro class, it's a 4-lap race, and this is going to be a hot one. A couple mistakes here from Nurk, but he's playing it safe. Top 2 move up. Don't need to win. You know, the race isn't won on lap number 1.
Seth
and now process elimination. Seth up high. So that's going to move Johnny Fly up to the number 1 spot. Seth Haas 214 into second. Nurk running third, and they're not separated by much.
On Nurk, no.
Yeah, they are just 3.5 seconds apart. That is the transfer position between Haas 214 and Nurk.
Haas
and now
hits the gate.
Turtle mode underway, enacted for Haas 214. He's back up. Born Again Drone Racer. Now Nurk moves up in the number 2 spot. Haas dropping to 3rd. They got 2 more to go. And now looks like we are leading by 3.4 seconds to the good, with Nurk ahead of Haas 214. Johnny Fly well in front through Stonehenge, and he has 1 more to go. White flag flying for Johnny Fly, your leader, qualifying 7th overall. Really excited to see him in this pro division. There's Haas 214 onto that lead lap. But it's Johnny Fly, Nurk, and Haas 214 as we get ready to wave a checkered. First for Johnny Fly.
Nurk bringing it around for 2nd place. Unfortunate for Seth. Coming right off, not even 1 lap in, getting caught up in the net. Way to go, guys. Yeah, that whole net thing, man, that'll get you real quick. Even the best pilots get stuck in that stuff, and there's nothing that they can do about it. It's like a spider web.
Yeah, that's it. Let's take a little look-see as we're going to see Johnny Fly and Nurk when they come back in race number 6 versus Bull FPV and Thrash. And Consolation bracket. Now that is a tone we need right there to start drone racing, huh? On the bullhorn in less than 5. Haas 214 and Seth PV going to race number 5 in that Consolation bracket. Race number 2 in the books. We got another hot heat coming up here on the screen.
Yeah, it looks good. We got Beast Mode. Beast Mode's been around for a long time. JTFPV, Viking, and K-Mead. K-Mead's one of your Cleveland pilots. I race with him a lot. Big jokester, have a good time with him always. But this should be pretty good. K-Mead, I believe, and Beast Mode both qualifying pretty decent today. Looks like everybody's kind of getting turned on out there. Vanover, though, today, man, your TQ, right? 8 laps, 2:08. What is that about?
Well, I mean, it was no fluke. He did it today, but he also did it yesterday as well at the end of qualifying in his session, rounds 3 and 4. Now, in qualifying, it was your best 2 rounds consecutively. So he had a 7, an 8, an 8, a 4, an 8, and a 2. So his rounds 3 and 4 combined give him a total of 16 laps in 4 minutes 20, his top 2 consecutive. So as everyone was following along on the live FPV stats, they were trying to figure it out. It showed your best 2 rounds of the 4, but it was your best 2 consecutive. We had to do so much work with Microsoft Excel. All of our stats brought to you by Bill Gates and Company. Might as well give them a plug as well, man. Yeah. We were working it hard.
I come around yesterday, or actually earlier today, and Joe was over here and had his head down in his laptop, and I kind of started a little conversation and didn't get much response, and I was just like, I was gone. I could tell there was a lot going on in there. So
yeah, just one-word answers here. I mean, we were under the gun as we. He just loves walking in front of that camera. That guy just.
I don't think he realized.
No idea.
So we'll give him credit.
Hey, he's a red shirt. Red shirts are allowed to do whatever they want.
Yes,
volunteers, voluntold. All right, let's go to heat number 3. Still in that preliminary round. This is going to be K-Mead, Viking, JTFPV, and Beast Mode. They're powered up on the line. And some notorious pilots here. JTFPV, the local. Viking FPV from the East Coast. That's Olaf. Team Pyrodrone Junior pilot. Team #SendIt. Beast Mode, Team DMR. And K-Mead, this guy's been a campaigner. Let's see what he gets done here this afternoon. This is the preliminary round. Top 2 move up. Bottom 2 still with the life. We're green. Hometown hero with the whole shot, but they will have some issues behind them. Beast Mode and K-Mead with a little bit of a mid-air on the backside of Stonehenge. And we're going to see if Turtle Mode is going to surface, pop its head out here in race number 3. Otherwise, Viking FPV and JT FPV may have an earlier sail into.
Looks like a little mistake there by Viking puts JT right there on his tail. Both of them going through 131, 132, coming around the big crane around through there. We're going up over the top. Looks like they are basically the same feed coming through. We have a little bobble going on. JT looks like Viking pulling out a little bit, coming around. We're about to go through for lap 2. Viking looking good, a 22-second lap. JT coming back through Stonehenge, just like Joe's call it back through that dive gate. We are good to go there. Just the two of these guys. Looks like Viking is probably a good few seconds ahead right now. JT coming up over that S-bend, coming around the big left-hand turn. And it looks like Viking through his third lap, 22nd lap, picking up that speed. JT through his third lap. Coming down through that dive gate, Viking is looking pretty smooth, coming around the left-hand turn.
Third lap.
JT over that S-bend, back through. Looks like Viking coming in for his final, and that is first place for Viking. 4 laps, 136. I'm sorry, he is on his 4th lap. JT coming through for his 4th lap. Looks like JT is kind of picking up his pace a little bit. If he could just keep on his lines, he would be in there. 4 laps, 142. 4 laps, 136 for
They're already hitting save behind the scenes, so we're going to go first for Viking, second for JT FPV, and Beast Mode and K-Mead connecting. Let's go third to Beast Mode and fourth to K-Mead. Not that it really matters in those positions. We're going to see our winners come back in race number 8 and our bottom 2 coming back in race number 7, as it were, as we'll take a little look-see overhead at our graphic right there. So Viking and JT FPV back in race number 8 and Beast Mode and K-Mead in race number 7 as we look to it. There we are. I don't know what that means there. Go IT FPV. That's a cool name. Who's IT FPV?
I don't know. JT, I bet that's JT.
Well, there we are. So
that's pretty close. Jay and I, they're pretty close.
Caddx, pretty close on the spelling. Calls it. JT moving on in our winner's bracket.
What is this?
And yeah, boy, rip. So much going on. You know who I saw walking by earlier was we saw our good buddy Sidewinder walking by.
Sidewinder had a good day today. I know, like I was saying earlier, it started out rough for him, but he pulled his racing through, and I know 2 first places right off the bat. And I asked him, you got any more? And he said, nope, I'm in the finals. So I said, it's pretty funny what you said this morning. And sure enough, man, he went out there and tore it up. So good to see, man. Those Cleveland guys, that Cleveland Quad Squad, they're a good group of dudes.
Heck yeah. Now let's take it back outside. We're pounding them through. Let's go to heat number 4, still in that preliminary round. So bottom left-hand corner is Sky, qualifying 16th overall. Then we'll go to Ji-Yoon, the top left, qualifying number 9 spot overall. Then you got Ethan FPV in the top right, qualifying 8th overall. And bottom right, your top qualifier and reigning MultiGP champion, Captain Vanover, all the way from Texas. Here in our preliminary round, had those pair of 8s back-to-back. It was race number 4, winners to 8, bottom 2 to race number 7. We'll see how it plays out. Slippery Sebastian says his first time watching MultiGP. So keen. We're excited to have you amped with us as we have another 9 races to go after this one. This is a preliminary round of that winner's bracket. Yeah, look at this. Head-to-head battle, Ethan and Captain Vanover.
Ethan
out in
is
the midfield.
ahead.
Buffalo Bando. This is the Bando. This is the Riverworks, former Foundry. And there, Captain Vanover opening lap 23-0 with him. Right behind him is Ethan FPV running second.
Yeah,
then you got Sky. Then you got Ji-Yoon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone across the line and tight race right here.
Very tight.
They're only separated by 4.8 seconds after 1. Captain Vanover with a 17-2 onto lap number 3 underneath that crane. Thanks to our tree friends helping us hang the dive gate and the clothesline as well. What a round. We still have Ethan with them in second. Ji-Yoon running third on that lead lap. He's about 6 seconds back from second in the transfer. And we're getting up there with Sky as well. He's at that dive gate as well. There's Captain Vanover. Pair of 17s on laps 2 and 3. We got set to bring out the checkered right here through Stonehenge. 4 laps in a minute 15 for Vanover. There's a flyover from our spectators, or for our spectators as well. top qualifier with a win. Ethan FPV qualifying 8th overall. Now, second in this one, moving up in our winners bracket.
That was fast.
Looks like we're going to go third with Ji-yoon, fourth with Sky when it's all said and done. And we'll see. Again, this was the preliminary round. That's our first 4 races of our 14. So you can take a little look-see on their journey. We're about to go to race 5. We just finished race number 4 on the left-hand side. And there's your top 2, Captain Vanover and Ethan FPV, moving in that winner's bracket to race number 8 to battle with Viking FPV and JT FPV in a wee while. As we'll take third and fourth, Ji-yoon and Sky to race number 7 to race against Beast Mode, K-Mead. Wow, that's that's truly winning in the losers bracket.
Yeah.
Wow, that's gonna be a battle when we get to race number 7.
Yeah. Definitely a heated battle in that one for sure. Three and 4 guys that absolutely rip. Probably just had unfortunate events. I know 2 of them for sure collided, wound up in the net. So that will be a good one.
Philip Chung saying, holy, Vanover's line is a thing of beauty.
Absolutely.
You know, we got about 40 people watching our live stream right now, and we need you guys to help us tell the story of the Buffalo Bando Pro Double Elimination Championship bracket. Sun is shining. It's a gorgeous night here in Buffalo, New York, and we invite you to help us tell the story. Share that link to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Send an email to someone to watch some championship drone racing tonight. This will be one for the ages, and of course, you can participate with us live on YouTube on our MultiGP YouTube channel. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by our good friends at ReadyMadeRC, the leaders in all things FPV and beyond. We also want to thank Caddx cameras, and I think our first 50 pilots, 50, our first 50 pilots got an awesome box, and I don't know if we can see any around here, but it was a gift box for all of our pilots, and everyone getting a Caddx camera just as a thank you gift for coming to Bando. That's from our friends at Caddx Camera.
I'll snag one for us.
You're going to go snag one?
Yeah.
We want to say hello to Mike Chinchilla says, what's up, nerds? What's up, man? We knew you wouldn't miss tonight's broadcast. And people getting recognized behind the scenes just off to the right of me, as I point to my left hand. That's Mr. Bob Brown, former president of the Academy of Model Aeronautics. And here at Buffalo Bando, our friends at the Academy of Model Aeronautics, with over 300,000 members strong, are with us as a great partner. There is the gift right there. Keeley FPV making it happen. Look at all the stuff. They got pulse batteries. They got the Caddx cameras. What else we got? We got some Strix lipo. We got some lipos from China Hobbyline. Dang, I should have entered this thing. You know what I mean? Craig 710 and Ethan FPV represent New England. Heck yeah, he's on in our winners bracket. And Plain Crazy FPV says, put some restrictions on Vanover. Yeah, I don't know. Say hello to Kalara from MultiGP News checking out our chat as well. As we get ready to go back outside, we are now at race number 5, picking things up here in our consolation bracket, or losers bracket. What does that mean? Well, it means you don't want to be 3rd or 4th. If you're 3rd or 4th, you're 15th or 16th overall, and your journey comes to an end. You need to be 1st or 2nd, as we will hopefully take that checkered flag all the way to our championship here this afternoon, this evening.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're so blessed that weather went by us. We're green.
Spools and Roscoe.
Watching Seth PV, your leader through that dive gate, huh?
Haas coming through too.
All
Both
4 of them around the clothesline.
Right there, yeah.
They're going to be 4 wide on the top side of our course between those MultiGP flags. Wow, what a heat right here.
No doubt.
They want it. Seth PV, then Has 214, then Spools and Roscoe FPV. 1, 2, 3, 4 as they all cross the line. Only 3.1 seconds separating all 4. We started with 4. We still got 4. Bando coming alive on a Saturday night, Keeley.
Seth PV, he was setting it out there. Had a little bobble just there coming through. He is still in first place. 21 seconds even with a little bobble. Looks like Haas in second. Nope. Haas in second. Yep. Nope. Roscoe in second right now. Gosh, I'm getting all kinds of
leader
confused.
change after leader change. I'm watching our judges right now, riveted watching this race behind us. They are scoring on the 30/20 big screen here inside of Riverworks. There's Seth FPV onto the final lap. So's Haas 214 and Spools 1, 2, 3. Only separated by 1.3 seconds. And Roscoe FPV, your first victim of Bando in the pro class, 16th overall.
Up, Seth FPV into
Spools into the net.
gate. It's all Haas right now.
No.
Oh my goodness! Everybody.
Oh no! It's a crash fest. Haas 214 with a little bit of a wreck as well. Now Haas 214 going to get across that line. Haas 214. This is the one thing we know for sure. There is only one thing we know for sure. Haas 214 is one. Who is staying alive between Seth FPV and Spools?
Yeah.
Measuring contest will be underway.
That is right.
Holy wow.
That was a close race. Seth was actually looking like he was in 1 and 2 there for the whole race and wound up in that net. As soon as you get into it, man, you cannot get out of it. You can't see what it actually looks like from the camera view that you guys are watching live, but half the time, man, those motors are all the way buried into that net, and you can't get it out with turtle mode. So,
and it is just Bando after Bando out there. You guys are measuring, right? Correct? Confirmation? Need to know who's second. Thank you. That's all I need to know. So they are out there measuring right now to see who went further, that measuring contest. Who do you think is going to be? I mean, Seth was running second. He crashed out first. But Spools in about the same area.
Yeah.
Is Bando after Bando. I mean, they're stuck in the nets out there.
Well, it looks like Spools is in a gate.
Okay.
And Seth is in the net. And Seth came through. He was on the round section and got caught up in the net. So trying to kind of figure out where he's at. So that means with these two ready-made flags, that means he's over by the concrete jungle, as you call it. We'll see, man.
It's
That's
a bunch of Bando out there. You know that Stonehenge section is actually part of the tunnels. Is actually an outdoor bar where they have live music, so much more. People enjoying some cocktails tonight and really getting that immersive experience. Speaking of that immersive experience, we have Thunder with us with a goggle zone. And if you want to truly experience the first-person view, why don't you meet Thunder? Throw on some of the Thunder Vision, those goggles for a free ride. See the exact same feed or view that our pilots see. He's hanging out by the course here tonight. He's wearing an IDRL, Indian Drone Racing League jersey. Look for Thunder. You want to go for a ride tonight for free. Absolutely free.
You know, it's really neat to see a place like this.
So word coming in already, they hit the same gate, Spools and Seth FPV.
Oh.
They hit the same gate.
Seth hit the gate first.
Seth hit the gate first. I like your style. Double A, checking out our chat.
Man, is it a DVR or review?
In third, so the guy in the net that's being retrieved is moving up.
Sounds about right.
The call coming in the field, the guy stuck in the gate is third because the other guy at least went through the gate, which means that is going to make Spools third overall. Seth will be second overall. And now let's take a little look, see where we're going to take them up to race number 9. Right there. You see that? How about these graphics? We're really live streaming now, Keely. Huh?
This is good.
Yeah.
You keep calling me Keely.
Yeah.
It's Kelly.
I like to say Keely, like Irish.
I know. You've always called me Keely.
Well, if people want to find you on Instagram.
Yeah, they
right?
that. Yeah.
So if I said Kelly FPV,
they'd look for
that's going to be some girl. So that's why I say Keely.
Some girl. Yes, I like it. K-E-L.
Pronounced Kelly.
That's funny. You called me Keely at FPV Fest all last year, and that's probably why you still do it.
I like it.
Everybody has messed that up. That's probably the most common mispronunciation of it. So I'll accept that from you.
It's all good. Question from Caddx RC: have you ever raced?
Is that a question to you?
Both of us. I've raced. Have you raced?
I have raced. Yeah.
You've raced more than me. I would say you're way more experienced than I am.
Yeah, probably, but not as much as these guys out here.
You're a tiny whooping son of a gun, though.
You know what? I will go to a tiny whoop race any day with confidence. But you get me out there with a 5-inch quad, it's the confidence level is just not as good.
Where's that my computer? I don't think scoring is caught up. I'm watching the scoring screen. It hasn't updated to race 6.
So I don't know if you guys can see behind me, but over that way, there's a pretty legit whoop course that a gentleman come in and set up for us. So I know I haven't got to ride it or rep it yet, so I'm going to do that. Looks like we got a race.
Of course, you brought the whoop.
I did.
Hey, let's go back into our winners bracket, right? Oh no, this is consolation bracket. Let me pop back to the bracket real quick. Brum, 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 brum.
We are in race.
We're going green. This is 6. Winners bracket time. This is Nurk, Bull FPV, Johnny Fly, and Thrash.
Looks like Thrash and Bull FPV through first. Bull FPV is in first.
So Nurk and Bull FPV qualifying 2nd and 3rd overall. They're 1st and 3rd right now here after that hole shot. And just trying to stretch things out a little bit here on that opening lap. This is race number 6 going green, and Bull FPV, the first one on the road to recovery. Nurk, your leader now after 1 with a 24.6, flying smooth, well out in front. And that is how he qualified so high. He was holding that TQ spot all day yesterday, just flying smooth, getting his laps in, getting sequentially faster. Not doing the full send, because the full send is full risk, little reward. Now, he's your leader here after 2, with about a 4-second lead ahead of Johnny Fly, who's in 2nd, Thrash and Bull FPV 3rd and 4th, and only about 5 seconds separating them after 2 laps, with a lap and a half to go. It's a 4-lap battle here in our pro class. Now we're under the 19s with Nurk as he comes around, 19 on lap 2 and a 19.7 on lap 3. Nurk going for it around that crane on the backside. Now, Bull and Johnny Fly right together. This is to stay in the winner's bracket, and Johnny Fly not being able to keep the pressure on. So now, Nurk and Bull are sitting pretty. Thrash, it's time to go full throttle wide open. There's nothing you can do to move yourself down.
Close.
Wow, what a finish.
Wow.
Holy Bull.
They were coming through at the same time.
Bull getting the win right at the gates.
I'll tell you why Bull got that, because he was not aiming for an exit. He went straight into that gate, or into the netting, because he knew that was that last gate. And I will tell you right now that I guarantee you, with Nurk's mentality of pulling out of that last gate there, that slowed him down just that little bit, that allowed Bull to pass by right at the last second, because he was full speed into that net.
Yeah, full throttle, man. What a finish. And again, you don't need to be first. We don't need to destroy quads. We need that quad. Look at Bull right now and Nurk. They're in race 11. They just went from 6. We just watched 6 to 11. We need those quads to survive to race number 14. That's where we award all the hardware when we get to that championship a little bit later on. Let's pick things up here in the consolation bracket. We'll be coming up with race number 7 in a few moments.
Yeah, a whole bunch of Ohio here. It looked like we have Ji-Yoon and K Mead, both from Ohio. Beast Mode up there from Michigan. Where's Sky from?
Sky's from Colorado.
Colorado. I think I would take Colorado over Michigan and Ohio any day.
You know, this event is a qualifier for the MultiGP Championships presented by the Academy of Model Aeronautics, which means the winner of this race gets the automatic in to our championships in December in Florida.
Ticket.
And Sky's gunning for that. And the reason he wants it is because he's got some scheduling issues around his regional final, which is South Central, coming up in about 6 weeks' time. He's like, I love that wild card ticket. He qualifies here in the number 16 spot. Staying alive is what he needs to do for that wild card spot, so you know he's going to be gunning for it here. And this, again, race 7. This is a consolation bracket. Sky, Ji-Yoon, Beast Mode, and K-Mead.
All these guys have lost at least one.
That's it. You got to be first or second. We got some tiny whooping behind us. There you go.
All right.
Inside of the Riverworks.
No, I've talked to this gentleman who's flying a couple of times. He's got a gigantic controller. It looks like the old school Nintendo on your 9 o'clock. The old school Nintendo controller, you know, back when Punch-Out and all those were huge games. That was that only one that you could get that had a bunch of knobs and buttons and everything on it. That's what
you see upstairs there? This is Johnny Crash that we're talking about. Now he's low, doing that low table gap. But upstairs, yesterday, when we were doing tiny whipping inside, qualifying outside on the qualifier track, and practice on the big Bando track. We had a wedding upstairs. We were drone racing in the middle of a wedding. How amazing is that? And no one whooped the bride.
No one whooped the bride?
No one whooped the bride.
The bride should have been the first thing that got whooped.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure she got whooped at some point last night. Kick off that wedding just right.
Oh, man.
Looks like we got full video. We'll be going green here in about 60 seconds or so. Deluxe 312 says, great run, Nurk. Kalara saying, speaking of winners, AA, make sure to check out the latest episode of MultiGP News. Smiley face. We always watch MultiGP News. Comes out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I get those emails.
Yeah, it's not a daily thing. It'll come out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Check out MultiGP News. Subscribe and get notifications for when MultiGP News comes out or when we go live from one of our events. Ben Quadicus saying, good job, Bull. Will you do a live feed of the whoops? So the chat a little bit behind what we're doing here. So this is a live feed of the whoops. Now, it is black and white because it's a lower frame rate. It's an analog feed, just like with our drone racers outside. And our digital gear here a little bit slower. You got some issues on Sky, top right.
We are getting ready for that round 7 race. This is your second chance for those guys that may or may not had an unfortunate series of events in their first round, and or they just didn't do well.
Let's take a little
them an
look-see.
opportunity.
Again, we are on race number
7
right now.
Beast Mode, K-Mead, Jiyoon, and Sky.
We're under a mercy moment. We had some video issues with Sky. Now we're swapping channels and I believe antennas, so he's got about 60 seconds. Looks like we got video coming up outside for him, so we'll be going green here momentarily. And so again, we're race number 7, Consolation bracket. But even if you lose in that first round, or your third or fourth rather, you can still win the event. You know, you can work your way. Here we're at race 7.
Yeah.
Winners of this go to race 10. Winners of that go to race 12. Winners of that go to race 13. Winners of that go to 14.
Yep.
We've seen some big winners in our consolation bracket, including, of course, our good friend Jet hit our podium, the 2016 MultiGP National Championships. First time we ever run this format. We also saw Envy Astro come out of that consolation bracket to win the first ever collegiate national championships of drone racing.
Yep.
And we also saw Captain Vanover win the championships out of the consolation bracket. Our winner is Sebring, I think, came out of the consolation bracket. Yeah, he did. Thomas Benmata out of that.
Yep.
And Thomas Benmata winning the World Cup championship race at I.O. last year out of the consolation bracket. So sometimes it is good to be a loser, but we are here with a winner. Sidewinder, how about it? Our champ. You must be feeling so stoked right now.
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling great. I was just keeping it smooth and just consistent and, not letting the nerves get to me. I owe this one to my spotter, Andy. He really hooked it up and told me, how many people were in the air and stuff like that. That's super important when you're down to nitty-gritty.
Yep. Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's good to see my local buddies that I get to hang out with on the weekends sometimes pull it through and take the win. So proud of you, buddy.
Thanks, Kelly.
Cleveland Quad Squad and Team Flight Test with us. Getting ready for Flight Fest a couple weeks as we're about to go green here, guys. This is race 7, consolation bracket. Beast Mode, Sky, Ji-Yoon, and K-Mead in about reverse order of that. Our good buddy Tim Kreck saying Thunder is zoning it, recognizing him in the background. Thunder getting his big moment on the
looking real
big
good
screen.
right now. These guys are all staying up. I believe we may have our leader, if I am correct, the man, the myth, the legend, Albert out in front. Ji-Yoon keeping it smooth out there for you guys. Looks like K-Mead coming in second, 4 seconds behind. Sky in third place. Beast Mode coming through for his first lap. Ji-Yoon still out there in front, coming around. He is cooking lap 2. We've got K-Mead second place. Sky third place. K-Mead hitting a little something. He looks like he is back up and rolling. Sky is now taking over second place. K-Mead in third. Beast Mode coming around on his second lap. Albert keeping it nice and smooth out there, coming around for his third lap. Through first place for Albert Got one more for him. K-Mead coming around as well. Sky, he looks like he is in second place right now. K-Mead in third. Beast Mode coming around. He's on his third lap. Looks like Albert's still out in front. Sky is now down. That puts K-Mead in second place.
Oh, no, Sky. It was so close between second, third, and fourth on that final lap. They were only separated by 2.5 seconds. And Ji-Yoon, Team RMRC staying alive here in this consolation bracket. Team Strix as well.
You're my boy, Ji-Yoon. Way to go, brother.
In beast mode. Yeah, buddy. We are excited to see them stay alive here in this consolation bracket.
I will tell you, I race a lot with Albert Ji-Yoon, and man, that guy, I have trouble not just shutting my mouth around him. I know I've caused him to crash before, so the announcer's curse was not there this time around. Maybe he was just feeling it a little more or something. But I know I'm blasting right in his ear. So
Next
up, man, round 8 is it?
That was round 7.
Yeah. Next up, round 8.
Yeah, next up is 8. But we watching that journey here on screen and on our super large jumbotron behind us. See that? Look, no latency between the two. How amazing is that? So Ji-Yoon and Beast Mode going up to race number 10, staying alive, and so we will be 13th and 14th overall, I believe, for K-Mead and Sky when it's all said and done. And now we get set for race number 8, picking things up here in this winners bracket. Viking, JT, FPV, Captain Vanover, and Ethan FPV. Top 2 move up in the winners bracket to battle Bull and Nurk. Bottom 2 will go on in that consolation bracket, I believe, to race number 12.
Yep.
We'll see how that plays out.
Bottom 2 in this race go to 12.
Oh, they will go to 10, actually.
10, yeah.
So they'll go against Ji-Yoon and Beast Mode when it's all said and done.
Yep. Yeah, that could be a pretty good race as well, given who's all in this and who just made it.
Yeah.
You can never tell who's going to pull something like that out, especially with, these guys that could have a bad race or they could have a good race. I mean, you never know.
Heck yeah. Let's go back outside. Paul Adkins, Chris Thomas, just killing it outside.
I see Chris walking. Nope, that's
Paul.
not that.
Other jersey.
Paul. I've been getting on Chris today. Every time he goes through the radio or through the bullhorn, he's got to make the noise.
Yeah, that's what he does.
So when he walks by,
he's the original Slim Shady. That's what he does. We talk in the truck. We're roommates traveling back and forth. That's how he when we're in the pickup truck. Breaker. That's how he rolls.
Yep.
We're armed up. Looks like we're about to go green. This is winner's bracket, guys. This could be our finals right here. Look at this field. Vanover with the whole shot, but all 4 of them around that crane. First mistake will be JTFPV moving back of traffic, but they are all within reach. Remember, race isn't won on lap number 1, but Vanover trying to get a 15-second lap right here. His opener is going to be pretty solid. Cross the line with a 20 and change. Ethan FPV with 21 and change. Viking FPV with 23 and change. A 25 and change for JT FPV. Started with 4, still with 4. Top 2 move up, bottom 2 move down.
Yeah, it is amazing to watch Captain Vanover's line through that, through the Stonehenge and up through that dive gate, man. It's a little different than some of the other pilots.
Everybody with 4 packs yesterday, I believe. 5 packs yesterday, 3 this morning of qualifying. 8 total rounds of qualifying with their field, which is a bunch for a big race like this.
Yeah.
But almost unlimited practice outside. Vanover flew over 22 packs in practice yesterday out on this Bando course.
Yep.
You're seeing that practice paying off right here.
Absolutely.
As he's about to bring that checkered flag through Stonehenge. One more turn to go, and boom, Vanover with another win here in our winner's bracket. 4 laps in a minute 13. That's with 3 17-second laps and a 20. Ethan going to stay alive as well. Ethan FPV. So Texas and New England staying alive in our winners bracket.
Yeah, coming back to how much Vanover practiced. I actually was out earlier just kind of schmoozing around, walking around, and it was sprinkling, and he's out there practicing in the rain. So, I mean, you got the conformal coating, and you can go out and do it. Why not do it? Because you can see that it's clearly paying off for him. I mean, it is Captain Vanover. He is a machine for a pilot, but it does pay off to get that stick time, especially on a new track.
Now, I want you to look at race 11. the semifinal of the winner's bracket. The semifinal of the winner's bracket.
Yeah.
You have in there.
That
Ethan,
could be a wrecking ball.
Yeah, you have Ethan FPV, who qualifies 8th overall. Then you slide up to Bull FPV, 3rd overall. Then Nurk, then Captain Vanover, 2nd and 1st overall. Race 11 is going to be one to vlog and blog about as well. Holy.
Wow.
That's our winners going up to 11. Meanwhile, Viking and JT FPV have a 1-heat break. Then they're back in race 10 versus Ji-Yoon. Beast mode. That could be a good one as well.
Absolutely.
As we are getting set to grid up my favorite race of the double elimination bracket, race number 9. This is going to be a slugfest coming up right here.
Yep. This is where you're either in or you're out. This is the last chance really for these guys to get moved on.
You got to stay alive. Speaking about staying alive, we do want to, keep the internet rolling, and we do want to thank a few of our partners. Our friends at DalProp. I rock the DalProp. They're the prop you can't destroy, and they're a great partner. Do you fly with the DalProps?
You know what? I fly with the Strix props. I fly for ReadyMade and Strix, so I've enjoyed those for a long time, even before I flew for the guys, and I really like the 543s. But I have ran Dals. I agree with you; they are hard to kill. So
for a new pilot like me, I have like 0 skills, and you just bend those DalProps back, man.
Yep.
I mean, they're wonky. Like my camera, I have to glue it in place because it just shakes the angle away. Them DalProps. I mean, I haven't replaced them. Thank you, DalProps, for your support. Buffalo Bando.
Yes, sir.
They're already gridded up here outside. Race 9. We got to stay alive.
They are moving through these really quick today.
Haas 214, Thrash, Seth PV, Johnny Fly. Your next group to work. Mystery 79 says no more beer for the 31. Well, it's in reverse. It's the 13. It's the Mystery 79. It's the 13. They're about ready to go green. What a crazy location for a drone race. Oh, someone just hit something. Oh,
we've got a quick
Let's
change
not touch
or
anything.
something there.
There we're good. You guys are good? You'll maybe have to fix that big screen TV up there.
So some of you guys may not know Seth PV. He is also known as the RC Addict.
RC Addict. Heck yeah.
Yeah, not only can he fly FPV, but the dude can fly line of sight like no other. So you guys are out there standing outside, ask him to fly a line of sight pack for you because it's absolutely
This guy
fantastic.
in the bottom right. We're about to go green. They're about to arm and awaiting that tone coming down in about less than 5. Let's see what happens. Race 9. Watching in the chat, they're watching those OSDs, 27.2 volts. Yeah, for a full send. We got to go high up this Bando here at the Riverworks. Buffalo Bando, presented by ReadyMadeRC. The leaders in all things FPV and beyond. Love to see them getting behind this one. Haas 214, first one on their lid, gonna try in turtle mode, and well, that turtle just got some wings. Haas 214 back in the lead. You got a battle on the, oh wow.
Oh.
Thrash and Johnny Fly were together. Now Johnny Fly, we talked about shaking that camera loose. The other thing that could happen is shake that camera lens out of focus.
It's like Thrash coming through. He's first place right now. Had a little bobble there through the round section. Coming down around.
Johnny Fly, I don't think he's going to be able to fly anymore.
Nope, I don't
First
believe
one eliminated.
so.
Started with 4, down to 3 as our field working on lap number 3. Thrash still your leader. Seth FPV.
Not too far behind.
Yeah, not at all. I think about 3 seconds behind, if that. No, let's make it 2.6 seconds behind. So
Thrash up and
now,
over
if you're still flying, you better be smiling. You're staying alive.
Absolutely.
Thrash and Seth, save your quads. You are moving up. We just lost Haas 214. And Johnny Fly as well in this one.
Thrash coming through with the win for that one. Just a little over half a second ahead of Seth. Seth had a little issues, I think, at the beginning and and caught up pretty good there in the end. Both of those guys moving on.
But it doesn't matter. A win's a win.
That is
First or
right.
second, Seth PV and Thrash moving to race number 12. That was race number 9 in the books.
Next, Jiyun up in this next one. My boy, my teammate, my homie. Beast Mode coming up from Michigan. Viking and JT. This is going to be a pretty thick heat.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. Actually, let's go back to that bracket. Race 10. Look at this. This could have been our final right here.
Easy.
We're in this consolation bracket.
Yeah.
Jiyun, Beast Mode, Viking, JT, FPV.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know we said this the last time, but imagine what race 12 is going to look like.
Yeah. This is what it's all about.
Absolutely.
You know, another great partner that we haven't talked about much here is China Hobby Line. They got some great lipos and, you know, great affordable prices. We're so excited to have them as part of Buffalo Bando. CNHL, thanks to them. Of course, Pulse Battery as well. All the lipo companies are with us as well.
Yeah.
In that Buffalo Bando gift box that we gave out at the start of the event. We also want to thank FPV Direct as well. They're excited about their pilot Slowpoke, who, you know, had a heck of a run in the intermediate section as well. And they got their guy still doing pretty well right now. That is Ethan FPV.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of the FPV Direct, call it a factory shirt if you'd like to call it that. And there's several of them running around here. A lot of them look like they're about 12 years old. These kids in this sport now, it's crazy.
And what I'm really excited about, I finally got a brand new Strix hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I have one of those, and it looks absolutely silly on me. So
You know, Kelly,
I'm going with the throwback.
Kelly, I have the exact same one that you have,
Yeah.
but I cannot wear it in public. It is
It's
my
white.
favorite hat. In fact, I'm doing the China thing. I'm cloning that hat, and I'm putting a Joe Scully on it. I
Okay.
love that hat. It's so comfortable.
I agree.
You know, that snapback Strix hat, still available at ReadyMadeRC.com, but I can't wear mine in public because I got the white salt
Yep.
line, and man, I just don't want to put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt it. It's my baby. So when I'm
You know
working
that-
around the house, which is rare, that's the only hat I wear.
Yeah.
Love my Strix hat.
Just
Love
need to
Strix
get a
as
new
well.
one. That's all.
You know, speaking about working around the house, I want to give a shout out to my lovely missus, my wife, who's expecting in 9 days from right
Wow.
now. Yeah, 9 days.
And you're allowed to be
Yeah,
here.
my second kid. Yeah, she's watching right now. Hopefully no contractions. My phone
Well,
died. So
thank you, Miss Joe Scully.
maybe this
We
could be the
appreciate
first
this.
ever if she live streamed the birth that I'm not there, right?
Oh, man.
Facebook Live. If that happens, guys, I have the technology. Look, I can go. You want to go upstairs? Let's go upstairs, right? Whoops. There. Look at that. Boom.
That is-
Let's go to my desktop, right? Let's go to the live birth right now. That's
Oh,
not
my
happening. No,
goodness.
I'm just joking. We're not going to go to a live birth. But if I had, let's go outside right now, huh?
Yeah.
Waiting on beast
It
mode
looks
to channel
nice
up.
out there.
You imagine live stream birth on this broadcast?
I'm sure it's happened.
No, we're not allowed. MC Sky says no, we're not allowed. Not allowed. You know, the other thing, I mean, ReadyMadeRC, they got the Strix line. That's props, that's tools, it's frames, it's motors, it's lipos, it's wings,
Yeah.
it's hats. But you know, the most important thing that you don't have yet, you need, it is the multi-tool. And I just saw those advertised online. It's got to go a little higher, Kelly. There you go. The camera's over there. The Strix sunglasses. What I love is when Tan Starfield puts his on. They got all the prototype glasses. And you can see that all the glasses on the ReadyMadeRC live stream every Friday where they do product reviews and new releases. We just watched their one a week and a half ago, the rapid fire review.
Yeah.
Thank you to ReadyMadeRC. Our reason for being here. Let's go back outside as we have some pilots here that want to stay here. This is race 10, going green. Beast Mode, Viking, Jiyun, and JTFPV. We had a few
Beast
issues
Mode.
for one of our pilots, but
Really?
everything is all good. Everyone racing. Remember, you want to be first or second
Yeah, it really doesn't matter if you finish first as long as you're in second in this circumstance. Now, here in a couple rounds, we're obviously going to want to be in first, but if we do have 2 pilots go down, at least these guys can relax a little bit. It looks like everybody's really close together right now.
Yeah, 1.7 seconds apart the last time at our start-finish line.
JT, Viking, then Ji-yoon. Looks like they're all right there in that section. McSky's over here calling out for Ji-yoon. Looks like JT-FPV through first place. Albert and Ji-yoon and Viking both coming through right around the same time. Looks like Viking has come up a little bit on Albert. JT still hanging on to that lead out in front.
Yeah, there he goes.
Ji-yoon
One more to go
Viking.
for JT.
Right,
one more to go for Viking.
neck.
One more to go for Ji-yoon. And Ji-yoon getting caught with a little something on the top of the silos, but recovery. They're actually clapping inside of the bar for that one. That's insane. The fans are coming alive here inside of Riverworks. This is going to be an epic finish. First it's JT, and it's Viking FPV. They're on life support, but they are staying alive. We're going to see them in race number 12. What a race right there. Slugfest with your survivors, your kings of the ring here at Buffalo Bando in race 10, JTFPV and Viking. And it'll be a send-off for Ji-yoon in beast mode, finishing 3rd and 4th overall. So we go from race 10 to race number 12. Let's take a little look-see up high on our skies. And
Let me tell you something about those guys, man. Unfortunately, Albert, Ji-yoon, my boy, he had a couple of issues in there, but I will tell you, I told him earlier, he is definitely fast enough to compete up there, and unfortunately he got knocked out. Sorry, I got to talk about my teammates, you know?
Yeah.
Way to go, brother.
You got to give them all the love that you can give them.
That's right. Look at this next heat. Jeez.
Oh, yeah.
See Nurk standing there in somebody's camera feed.
Well, let's take a little look-see. We're at race 11. The top 2 in this race go to the final 4. It's going to be Ethan FPV qualified 8th overall, Bull FPV qualifying, I believe, 3rd overall, then Nurk 2nd overall, and Captain Vanover 1st overall in the winner's bracket. Now, the top 2 again go to race number 14. The bottom 2, 3rd and 4th with that extra life, they go to race number 13 on that bottom right, which means if they're 1st and 2nd in that one, they would go back to race number 14. So we could see these 4 pilots all race again in the bottom 14,
The same
but it is
4.
no easy journey because the bottom 2 will have to get through Thrash, Seth FPV, or JT FPV and Viking before we crown the top of our podium here, Buffalo Bando. We're gridding up. We're also doing some tiny whooping inside here. Let's take you live real quick. Ooh, there's CJ Haas, his neighbor on the sticks. It's going to be Jeff PV doing some tiny whooping. Let's go outside where it's real. There they are, guys.
What you see out there in the sky was nothing like what it looked like this morning when I came out of that camper out there. It was nasty and rainy, and I absolutely thought that there was no way we were going to race this.
Mr. Carson in the chat says, so all the pilots are on 6S now? Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Got a big course like this. It's not a battery burner. It's pretty close proximity, but, I mean, they go full send down to Stonehenge, then up high 4 times through that dive gate, 4 times over the clothesline, nowhere near the zip line. Bull, Nurk, Captain Vanover, Ethan FPV, race number 11, about to go green. Let's watch.
This is a hot heat here. Lots of good pilots. A hot heat? Oh. All right, props are on. Here we go.
Here we go.
It's like Captain Vanover and Ethan both through.
Bull
is
FPV
out.
with that
Nurk
black
coming in
screen on the
third.
top right.
Captain Vanover up and over the S. He is your current leader. Through lap 1. There he goes. 22nd lap. First place for Captain Vanover right now. Ethan coming up in 2nd place, coming around the drop tower there, up and over the S-bend. Nurk just coming around.
They're separated by 5.5 seconds after 1 with 3 laps to go. Vanover, your leader, now on to lap number 3. That was a 16.817. We've been
Wow.
seeing him throw 17s now. 16.8, a hot lap here in our top 16 double elim. Then Ethan with an 18.6 and Nurk with a 19.9. Our field separated here by 7 seconds with now one more to go. Captain Vanover onto lap number 4 with another 16.957. There's Ethan FPV through Stonehenge onto that lead lap, and there's Nurk in the number 3 spot, but he is now back by just 3.2 seconds here on this final lap. Yeah. Captain Vanover is going to get the win here at race 11. You're going to see him in our final 4. Now it's Ethan FPV. Does he get across the line? Yes, he does. Ethan FPV is in our final 4 as well. And now Bull FPV and Nurk get that opportunity to come in hot in our semifinal of our consolation bracket. But your top 2 in our consolation or our semifinal of our winners bracket, that is Captain Vanover and Ethan FPV. We're going to see them now in that final 4, race number 14. Race 11 is in the books. Oh, let's take a little look-see here. We got some young fans here inside Riverworks. You see them. They're up on the big screen right now. We got all kinds of spectators.
The little guy right there.
We're tiny whooping.
Joe is walking over.
Having a good time here on the course of our after party. Look at this. They're waving to themselves up on the big screen right there. Look at that. Our fans, they're seeing themselves up on the big screen inside of Riverworks.
They're
having a good time right there.
That is fun. You know, the kids is what it's all about, really. I actually was out earlier outside and gave a little kid my goggles and let him watch one of the first races out there. And, you know, to hear their reactions as they first see it take off and, you know, they have no idea what to expect, and then they see this like crazy visual that you get, you know, the first time you're in the goggles. It's just really awesome to see little kids' reactions for that. He may have been, you know, 8 years old, if so, or if that. So it's great to see.
There's Jeff PV on the sticks here on our baby Bando course.
I am definitely going to have to get my whoop out later. I think I'm going to have to veto the current course though, and make it a little more intricate. This is just a big circle up and down, so we'll have to put some different turns and stuff in it, so that way we can have a little more competition on it.
Other side. So watch this, Kelly. We have the bridal party right here on the floor. Those are the kids. There we are with the balloons. Look at this, right through. The bride tribe right there. You see them all hanging out? That's the bride tribe.
That is awesome. I think we need an orbit of some balloons or something.
Yeah, look at that.
We need to get Jeff to come over. So there he goes. It's like he subliminally heard me or something because he's right across the room.
That's the bride tribe. All the happy faces saying we're living the dream at Riverworks here tonight. Hey, buddy. Whoa, that's first time in shorts this year right there. Wow. See the tail on that. That was a ponytail.
Good times here. So next up, Thrash, Seth, JT, and Viking. These guys are all super duper fast. Kilara, looks like you said this event looks like so much fun, and I can concur with you. Not only does it look like fun, but it actually indeed is fun. So you are 100% correct on that.
We got side-by-side, blade-to-blade tiny whooping here on the screen. Look at this. This is Neo FPV versus Jeff PV.
Separated by
Bando.
about 30
Ooh, there's
years.
Jeff PV getting taken out by his competitor. No, by himself.
He was getting taken out by his own whoop. Got a little acro going on over there, it looks like.
Well, let's pick up where we left off here, Kelly. We are now race number 12, Consolation bracket. Thrash, Seth PV, or RC Addict, JT FPV, or Viking. Top 2 in this go to race 13 on deck. They race back-to-back versus Nurk and Bull. They still have a chance to go into our final 14. Otherwise, these guys will be 7th and 8th overall.
Yep.
Double A says, who has more fun than us? Absolutely nobody. We are green outside. Look at this battle. 1, 2, 3 of them through Stonehenge and up high.
Seth and Thrash, 1 and 2.
No. Seth
is out. Thrash out in the lead right now, coming around that left hand. Turning right, coming across, turning left. Now we're going through Stonehenge, up and through. That's lap 1 for Thrash. JT in second place. Guys, chill out. You are both moving on. Viking is currently upside down. He is trying to flip over, but there are only 2 pilots up right now, Thrash and JT. Both guys moving on. Make sure you save those quads.
Yeah, that
looks
is
like
it.
They are neck and neck.
Thrash, look at this. They're
out
gonna battle it
front.
out
They
for bragging
are going
rights.
to battle it out. Man, JT pulling ahead. Thrash must have made a little mistake in that down section coming down the tower.
These 2 are racing back-to-back right after this one. JT FPV with 1 more to go. Wow, that was a huge power loop by JT FPV from Stonehenge to the dive gate. Thrash doing the exact same. And this is on their final lap. They got to be feeling good about this one, knowing that, yeah, they are now 1 step closer to our finals in that semifinal of the Consolation bracket, where the top 2 advance to our final 4. Thrash already setting it down. JT FPV going to go the distance right there. It'll be 4 laps in 1:19. That is pretty respectable time. Yeah. Looked like he had a couple of 17s and 18s. A 17.5 is fastest in that session. And now let's take a big look at that bracket up on the board. 2 races to go.
Wow.
JT FPV and Thrash moving up to this next one, and that is where it is going to end in the number 7 and 8 spot overall for Viking and Seth PV.
I just want to point out, we were talking about this earlier. You can see that Thrash won his first round, but lost the second round.
What were you pointing out? Sorry, let me go back.
Thrash.
Thanks to the guys in the truck directing this live stream, doing a great job. So what were you saying? Go ahead.
So Thrash won race, got second place in race 1, so he
race
moved
1,
on.
Yep, correct.
So his second race, which would have been race 6, he got third.
Yeah, then he drops the
So
Consolation
he has
bracket.
now 1-2, which puts him back in the running, potentially to be in the finals.
Hey, good catch
if he
right there.
gets first or second place in this next race, he's gone from losing 1 to winning 3 and in the finals.
That's why I
How
call it.
exciting is that?
That's why I call it the coming in hot section of this bracket. 2 races to go. Question coming in. Top 2 of race 13 and 14 go to the grand final. That is correct, Mr. Carson. They're watching overseas across the pond.
That is good time.
That is how it works. Top 2, and this is the semifinal. This is race 13, the second last race of this event.
Yep.
We're just waiting on our 2 pilots that just, flew it hot, JT FPV and Thrash. They're getting new lipos in, hopefully not new quads.
So here's a question on that subject. Do you feel like the guys that just raced in that race have a slight advantage because they just got off the track?
Well, that is the debate of the double elimination bracket. So when you go to the loser's bracket, you get 1 extra heat over everybody.
Yep.
And you're racing back-to-back right into the final.
Right into the final, yep.
Some say it's an advantage. But let's take a little look-see at that bracket real quick, thanks to the guys in the truck. Look at all these pilots in the loser's bracket.
Yep.
Beast mode, qualified top 5, G-Yoon, top 10. Looking at JT FPV, top 10. I mean, you got a slugfest of pilots in that Consolation bracket. In fact, the second time I think we featured this format, this double elimination bracket, was at the Sebring drone race in 2017, 2 years ago. And race 9 was almost all pilots. We were running heats 8. Almost every pilot had been on television on one of the drone racing series on the TV. And that was race 9. anyone that you look at their pedigree, their resume, their tale of championships, you expect them in a final 8. Not always the case.
Yeah.
So yes, in long answer to the short question, I think you're in the losers bracket. You don't have that gift having the backup. I think it's harder, and you're against some tough pilots. Right. I mean, you look at MV Astro going into the losers bracket. I watch him do it at Sebring. I watch him do it at the Purdue Drone Racing Championships, the collegiate championships in Purdue. Yeah. He was like on fire. Yeah. You know what I mean? And there was no stopping MV Astro in that Consolation bracket. You know, look at the MultiGP National Championships last year in Reno, where you had the top qualifier free fall and the guy who eventually won, Captain Vanover, in that losers bracket.
Yeah.
Those are guys you don't want to meet until the Final Four.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, and it's risk, you know, not really risk and reward, but in the winners bracket, you have a chance to go 3rd and 4th. You have that buffer. So, I mean, in this, whether you're winners bracket or losers bracket, it really comes down to sports psychology at the end of the game, doesn't it?
Yep.
You know? Yeah. Oftentimes, it's not the other pilots on the track. It's the pilots right between the middle of your Strix ball cap. That's the guy who beats you almost every time.
Yep. That's who always beats me when the 5-inch comes out.
Caddx says, can you fly your whoop after race 13? Do you have a whoop ready?
I can have a whoop ready.
Why don't you run, grab a whoop right after this race, and do some whooping for the fans on the live stream. This guy's waving right behind you, like, waving. I love it. I do the same thing. Look, I'm on the big screen. I mean, it's a big screen. Let's take a look. Look at that big beast in the background. Getting ready for race number 13. Second last race. The 2018 Buffalo Bando, presented by ReadyMadeRC. Of course, at this time, we do want to take a quick second to thank all of our great partners that bring this event to us. Want to thank the Academy of Model Aeronautics, MultiGP, FPV Direct, along with Pulse Battery. The entire line is Strix. They got wings and many more FPV things. China Hobby Line, our friends at DalProp. Want to thank Foxeer for being a great partner. Caddx Cameras, and of course our presenting partner, Tan Starfield, McSkies, and the entire team, and ReadyMadeRC, the leaders at all things FPV and beyond. Many team pilots represented huge in this game. Big fan. Oh, I didn't even know that Strix had whoop batteries.
Now you do.
Now you do. Race band 1 or 8 right after this heat, Kelly.
I got it.
Outside, they have powered up. This is the second last race, guys. We're at the bottom right-hand corner of our screen. Race number 13. JT FPV, Thrash, Nurk, and Bull. They're asking me predictions in this next heat. Man.
Yeah.
Nurk, flying smooth, qualified second overall. I think his strategy is going to pay off. Bull FPV has been flying strong. I mean, he had a rough time qualifying, and he's been able to recover a bunch. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about him. Thrash has been fast, and JT FPV is in a pretty good situation. But you're talking about your guy was Thrash, right?
Yep.
Your guy was Thrash.
He's from Cleveland.
Well, let's see what happens. We're going outside.
I just looked up and I had a face staring at me. That's my wife staring
there she
there.
Want to see her? Should we see her good side?
Yeah. There's the camera. Oh, that's her back. Yep.
Say hello to everyone at home. Look at that. There you are.
Yeah, very rarely do I get to bring her out to a race, and she decided to come out, and we've actually had a great time. She got to meet all my nerd friends and all that, you know, so we're all nerds here together.
Love it.
Looks like they're about to get going.
Second last race. Podium to be decided. They're armed, waiting that tone, and there's the go tone off to the races.
Looks like wow. Nurk and Bull. It's hard right now. You can't even tell.
Bull just ahead of Nurk, still 1 and 2. Now Thrash up to the 3, JT in 4th. It's a 4-lap race. This may be a photo finish when it's all said and done.
I think so.
There's
wow.
Bull,
3
your leader
right
after
together.
1. Nurk still in 2nd. Then Thrash is just 0.4 seconds back in 3rd.
Watching JT and Bull is like watching the same feed. Nurk just that barely that little bit ahead of him. Now, not so much. Looks like JT and Nurk. These guys
three
are
of them
close.
going through Stonehenge at the exact same time.
JT is
And,
out.
yeah, your local hero, JT FPV, coming to an end right there. And we're still racing for another lap
Bull
and a half.
FPV out in front right now. Nurk coming second. Thrash bringing in the rear. Still 3 pilots up, guys. Nurk in second place, about 1 second behind. Thrash coming through on his 3rd lap. Bull about to come around. He is about to hit 4, a couple more turns. Nurk trying to catch up. Looks like Nurk
It's
just
a push for the
quick
win.
second.
It's a
There
push
it
for the
is.
win. It's Bull and Nurk
Nurk's
into your
about taking the
final
bridge.
4.
Way to go, Thrash, keeping it all the way into this second to last heat. Man, that's hard to do. Looks like he might have had himself a pretty good day. Look at those numbers, though. Both 113.
That's it. 17-second lap times across the board.
Separated
And
by 9/10.
a Buffalo Bando send-off to Thrash, finishing 5th overall. JT FPV finishing in the number 6 spot overall. And now we got Nurk and Bull in that final 4 versus Captain Vanover and Ethan FPV. And as we look at that graphic, look at race 11, look at race number 14. They're racing for redemption here in this final 4. Holy man. Last time they met, the podium was Bull 4th, Nurk 3rd, Ethan 2nd, Captain Vanover 1st. Then we talked about now, you said going into that loser's bracket, a little bit of extra strategy. Is that what's going to happen here with Bull and Nurk?
Maybe. That could very well be. They just got the race. Same goes with what we just saw with Thrash. That it could have helped. It may not have, but I truly think that just that slight advantage, especially with it being going right into that final race, I really think that just that little bit gives him, both of them, Bull and Nurk, that advantage that they just had a really good race in.
So 2 things to do. First, you got to start getting your whoop ready. But I want to ask you a question first. As a pro pilot, pro-ish pilot, can we say that? We can say that.
You can call it that.
How many of the 16 pilots we've seen today, how many of them have been running 6S, do you think?
90%.
Well, that 10%, and when it comes to this final 4, that 25%, Captain Vanover is running 4S in this championship. Word coming in. He has been on a mission, a man on a mission to prove that you don't need a 6S, 5S, 4S can do it. Our reigning MultiGP national champion, our top qualifier here at Buffalo Bando, the guy who did back-to-back 8-lap sessions on the inside technical track, running 4S against this field, pushing the 6S. This final is going to be huge.
I actually heard when you guys were first setting the track up and both sides weren't actually open, on one side of the track he was running, I think it was 19 lap or 17 lap, 4.5 seconds, which is it's like, that seems like a machine or a video game or something.
Word coming in. I don't have speakers. I can't hear myself. You're getting ready on race band 1, right?
Yes, I am.
Word coming in on this year. This is why I'm yelling. There's a DVR review underway on that last race.
Okay.
It will affect this race. Everyone was, I don't want to say who it is.
Well,
it was Bull.
And if Bull missed the gate,
Yeah.
then Thrash that would put Thrash
Yes.
into this final.
It is a DVR review. They are going to be playing it back in the flight line. While we're doing that, let's get you on race band 1.
Yeah, that's where I'm trying to go. I got to figure
56, 58.
I got to figure out how this little camera works.
Or you can go race band 8.
I don't care.
There you are, race band 1.
All
All right, hold on. With the power of the guys in the truck, hey, guys in the truck, can you turn on Kelly's webcam? Oh, these guys are on it, man. Here we are. All right. You're going to take us on a tour, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go on a nice long tour.
All right. Well, you can. Oh, you don't want to fly off the screen. Your race band R1. There you go. Yeah, you don't want to fly this off latency. All right. So you want to do the commentary for your own run?
I don't care.
All right, here you go.
All right, here we
go. We're going to go ahead and take off here. These are brand new Strix batteries, so they should be good. Let's just hit up a couple of these gates here, just real quick. And we'll do a little different, something a little different, like you're not supposed to. And then we got, whoa, about hit somebody in the face there. Go around the balloons, try not to pop them. I think there's some cupcakes down here that need to be whooped around. They're right there. Let's get in there nice and tight. All right, let's get out of there before we get in trouble.
Well, you just about got tangled in her hair.
All right, we're going to go up top. What we got up here? Hopefully we don't fail safe.
That's where the wedding was yesterday.
This is, oh, what is that? It's a crazy scoop. Nope.
This used to be a foundry, a wheelbarrow, and a flat spade.
Okay, let's keep on going around. Looks like we got some little spots that we can fly through here. Now this is
Mike Chin wants to know what cam is it.
This is the ready-made $20 cam, 25 milliwatt. It's basically an FX 805. And I feel the microphone on my chin. That's so weird. Let's go over here to the bar. Oh, try not to hit anybody. There's the bar. Nope, that's not the bar. We're just hauling around. I don't even know where I'm actually.
Oh no! Save it.
Saved it.
You're good.
Hey, will you push my sweat button? Yeah, I'm like, oh. Now that is a weird sensation. Joe is plugging in. Oh, I can feel the air already. You totally plugged me in, and now I can see. All right, under the table here.
While you're still whooping, the DVR review has come in. Results stand as official. Your final four will be Captain Vanover, Ethan FPV, Nurk, and Bull FPV. Oh, they want you to go through.
They sure do. Got one. Watch the. Oh! I'm out. Here, let's go up to the little swings up here. I know what they do with these things. All right, let me get down and get out of the way here.
Wow, what a session right there. Kelly FPV taking you on a tour of Riverworks, 5,000 square feet of pure entertainment. And that was an awesome ride. There we are checking out all that ready-made gear, the ready-made whoop cam and those new power sticks.
Yes, those are the connector 2.0 as well. So that gives you that extra juice that you need for those punch outs.
Wow, that was it. All right, final four. Let's take a quick little look-see at that bracket and their journey here in this final four. Coming out of that Consolation bracket, all four pilots meeting in race 11 a while ago, but pushed down to that Consolation bracket with that extra pack to come in hot. We have Bull FPV all the way from Canada and Nurk from up by way of Chicago, TV fame. And coming in from our winners bracket from Massachusetts, a FPV direct team pilot, Ethan FPV, qualified 8th and now inside of our top four, the showdown. And your top qualifier here in this top four all the way from the great state of Texas, your reigning multi-GP champion, Captain Vanover. This is going to be an epic race. Remember, one more time, the last time they met, Bull got 4th, Nurk got 3rd, Ethan got 2nd, Vanover got 1st. It's a whole do-over, a race for redemption. That slate has been wiped clean as they get set to go green. Any picks on this one, Kelly?
You know, if Vanover sticks with his consistency and doesn't crash, I think he's got it.
Texas, Massachusetts, Indiana, and Canada getting ready to roll. It's going to be Captain Vanover, then Bull, then Ethan. Now a little bit of a pass on that inside. Bull getting ahead of Ethan FPV, dropping him into 3rd. Vanover still your leader. Nurk cleaning up in 4th. But again, this is lap number 1. This is a hot one. They're losing their minds here in the chat. They're all the pilots' names coming in. After 1, it'll be Vanover, Bull, and
Nurk
Ethan.
out.
And our man from Indiana, my co-commentator from the intermediate class, Nurk, is going to be your first one down, unfortunately, as we still have another 2 to go.
Vanover and Bull, just a couple.
Look at that, 15-9 for Vanover the last time around. I knew we were going to feel it here in this last one.
7/10 difference. Bull is right on Vanover, I will tell you that. Well, we got probably a little under a second difference. Right now, they are both coming up and over the S-bend, back down through. Looks like Bull hit the ground. 1 and 2. Vanover and Ethan FPV. Vanover wins it. Y'all spinning out. What an amazing day this has been for Vanover. 16-second laps.
Wow.
Wait,
15
15-second laps.
Lap 3 was a 15.3. Lap 2 was a 15.9. Then he had 16.7 on his last one and 19.5 on his opener. 4 laps in a minute 7. That's the fastest we've seen 4 on this Bando course. As your champion of Buffalo Bando 2018, Vanover, that little freestyle session, bringing it down early. And I know they're all smiles outside as we take a look at that journey. And there is your final 4 on the right of your screen. Look at that as we seat them. Vanover, Ethan FPV, Bull FPV, and Nurk.
Nurk having that bad break.
Wow. They're losing their mind right there.
That was fun.
What a huge win. What a huge win
Absolutely.
for those 4 pilots right there. Nurk being able to hold in top 4. There are so many podium prizes, and looks like we got some medallions and stuff to our left. We also got the trophies for our top 3. And to be able to see those pilots up here, I know it's been a slugfest through qualifying and all the trials and tribulations here at the Buffalo Bando. And to see Bull FPV wind up rough in qualifying, biting our podium here in the number 3 spot. We're excited for him and all the Canadians that have been watching him here in-house, as Canada's only 5 minutes up the road.
Yeah.
And at home on our live stream as well. Ethan FPV, so stoked. I know his dad's probably just losing his mind. All of the FPV Direct team just losing their mind right now for
Absolutely.
Ethan FPV. Your reserve champion, one of the youngest guns, qualified 8th. And that came from his last 2 rounds of qualifying. Got it done when it mattered. He's second on our podium. And Captain Vanover, he did it, guys. 4S full send. Holy guy to win.
It just shows that the power difference is not much. Don't ride that in here, please. The power difference between 6 and 4 is not much because you're doing that transfer over with the lower KV motor. So it's all about endurance, I think, with that 4 and 6. If this were a 2.5 or 3 minute race and they were racing like that, I may have a different opinion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, the fastest laps on the track in the 15s 3 times just in that final heat.
Yeah.
So Vanover with that win. I know they're excited. Making the trip here. His mom and his crew all the way from Texas, and they've been making a great FPV road trip here summer 2018. And, you know, we're going to have some awards a little bit later on. I think we're just going to post some photos up here. Not sure if we're going to stream it. I think that's where we're going to call it an end here on our live stream, is we'll get everyone corralled up, get those official points ready and official here inside of the Riverworks. While we have a moment, we'll take a breath and thank our great partners. First, I want to thank the Academy of Model Aeronautics, over 300,000 members strong, and a great part of what we're doing, growth, not only the RC hobby here for, you know, well over a century, but also all their great support. We were so excited to have our former president with us, Bob Brown. I think Jeff Nance, the marketing director, was by. We got Randy Cameron, one of our drone racing friends here from the Academy of Model Aeronautics. They're the presenting partner of the 2018 MultiGP Regional Series, and we can't thank them enough, the Academy of Model Aeronautics.
Yeah, and likewise, as far as throwing big events, MultiGP, I mean, who can you say throws better events and has better races than MultiGP and more? The organization behind the organization is pretty insane. And the amount of pilots that they give opportunity to is absolutely fantastic.
Heck yeah. And you know, I want to thank our friends over at FPV Direct as well. They're so excited to be biting the podium here tonight. FPV Direct, you can visit them online. They got everything you need as well. You want to get into drone racing and, you know, of course, keep your gear in the air. Yeah. Thanks to them. We're going to see them at International Open as well. Thank you, FPV Direct.
I will be there as well. Pulse batteries, I've seen the prize packs over here, and Pulse really came through with that. And some of these pilots are going to get some pretty good packs in their stuff. So thank you very much to Pulse for throwing their support our way.
Helping us throw the party here tonight. Thank you to Strix as well. You know, Strix is that premier line from ReadyMadeRC. We know that. You get all your Strix gear from ReadyMadeRC and also other approved Strix resellers, retailers. But of course, have you not flown a wing yet? You got to do it. And, you know, for like $15, you can get a wing, throw a camera on it. You can go long range. You can have a great time.
Yeah.
So much fun. You know, you want to have fun or you want to be competitive. Thank you, Strix, for your support of Buffalo Bando.
Absolutely. China Hobby Line. These guys, again, with the prize packs coming through with plenty of power for the pilots to stay going. And some of those guys destroyed some stuff out there, I'm sure. So that'll definitely help them out with China Line. They have all kinds of different brands. They got that, what is it, a star?
Yeah.
The multi-star. Multi-star range, and that's good stuff. It's always nice to see companies coming out with newer stuff and keeping that C rating up.
Heck yeah, got to do it. Of course, I can't give them enough love because they're keeping me in the air. I just bend them back, keep flying. Who even needs to carry a prop wrench? Thank you, DalProp, for being one of our partners here at Buffalo Bando.
Old Dow, they're keeping it together for you, aren't they?
Yeah, buddy.
Well, Foxeer, you know, I have a couple of Foxeers on some of my rigs, and in fact, look at that up there on the big screen.
That's a whoop of us on the big screen.
In fact, they have come out with some really good stuff even here lately, and I appreciate their technology just as much as everybody else out there.
Heck yeah. Thank you to them. Let's talk about Caddx. A whole bunch of Caddx cameras. A lot of people bragging about them. I haven't had the chance to fly them yet because I'm scared to solder. But you know, everyone else in drone racing, you know how to solder. You don't need your missus to show you how it's done.
I
can't solder.
I don't mind it at all.
They're amazing. Everyone's been bragging about these Caddx cameras. They're perfect in low light, bright light. We've seen them indoors, outdoors, pretty much outperforming almost every camera there is.
Yes, sir.
They're new to the game, and they're a great partner here at Buffalo Bando. Thank you to our friends at Caddx. And lastly, how about some love?
You know what? I personally can't thank these guys enough. They keep me in the air, and they keep a lot of other guys in the air. They put on a huge part of this event. Their name is right in front of us, ReadyMadeRC. My team, all my people there, I love seeing them. They're 40 minutes from my house, so it's nice for me. But for guys like you, you know what, 1-2 day shipping, that's not a bad gig. So ReadyMade, thank you very much for everything that you guys do and putting on events like this.
Yeah, I mean, ReadyMadeRC, they're behind all the big events, not just Buffalo Bando. We always invite you to come to FPV Fest. It's the second weekend of September, Willard, Ohio.
I will be there.
You were there last year in the spacesuit.
I will have all of the things with me this time.
He's bringing all the things.
All the things.
To fly all the gear.
That is right.
And while we have a second here.
Yeah.
Our founder and our CEO of MultiGP, Chris Thomas, is with us. What did you think about that race? Buffalo Bando may have been a journey and a struggle, but what a great finish.
Yeah, man, this race was unbelievable. You know, the pilots flew at a new limit. When I normally go to a race, there's a certain sound that you hear from the quads when they're running. It's changed. You know, the quads are now running 6S, and they're running wide open. Literally, this was wide open. These pilots could not push this aircraft any faster, and now it's just a matter of line. So it's a new level of racing. It's absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see what the rest of the races this season are going to look like.
It's going to be awesome. We got such a big season next weekend. Join us on the MultiGP YouTube channel. We'll be broadcasting Sunday afternoon the championship bracket of 32 from the Southeast Regional Finals, part of the MultiGP Regional Series presented by the Academy of Model Aeronautics. It'll be, I want to say, about 10:30 Eastern on Sunday as we broadcast live from Huntsville, Alabama. Many, many more races. Of course, Chris Thomas and I will be at Flight Fest, Ohio. We're going to the granddaddy of them all in a couple of weeks' time. You going to that one as well?
I will be, yes, sir.
How do you miss it? You know, Sidewinder, our intermediate champion here this afternoon, he's going to be there designing some of the courses, and all the guys. Thrash will be there, and all our friends. All our friends at ReadyMadeRC, Austin Fury, of course, Josh and the other Josh, the three Joshes, all of Flight Test as well. Of course, as we work our way towards our championship 2018 in December in Florida. On behalf of my good buddy Nurk, who is with us, 4th overall. Pretty good showing for him, our co-host during intermediate. On behalf of all of our cast of volunteers and staff as well, I want to thank Doug Kling, who's helped us out with all of our technical difficulty and technical production, making us being able to broadcast from 3 flight lines simultaneously over a range of about 1,000 feet. He is the wizard from Massachusetts. He's all smiles with his boy being our reserve champion from this event. Of course, running our flight line outside, we had Paul Adkins from QRGO working his tail off all event long. Of course, on the inside flight line, we had the entire team from Safety Third, Frank Furter, Matt, many, many more. And of course, lead girl, Michelle, doing her thing, doing scoring as well inside, making sure that these 55 pilots could run a whole bunch of practice, 8 rounds of qualifying, and this double elimination bracket of our top 16 intermediate and our top 16 in pro as well. Of course, our host chapter, NLFPV, that's Bill Almer, Bob Brown helping out as well. Our hosts here at Riverworks, thank you for the pleasure of your company. Everyone here in the live stream, join us next Sunday, 10:30 Eastern, Huntsville, Alabama, as we're getting ready to work our way to the championship. It's the road to the championship. On behalf of all of us here at MultiGP, my name is Joe Scully. Thank you for the pleasure of your company. We'll see you next week. Scully out.